Can you tell us your name, please?
Joy Cantrell.
And how long have you been a patient of Dr. Gallo's?
For a month now.
A month?
Maybe a little less than a month.
Wonderful. And how? What did you come in symptoms-wise with? What did you come to see us for?
Hormonal, basically. That was main reason. But there have been others since that he's diagnosed since I've been, since I've seen him. This is actually my second time seeing him. And but I just basically was feeling just terrible and felt like it was a lot hormonal. My quality of life was just awful, had gone down tremendously, and I really honestly didn't want to live. I just, at that point when I called here and I talked to Susan that day, I said, I just don't want to live anymore like this. So she said, we need to get you in very soon. Absolutely. And she did.
And your experience with Dr. Gallo, does he listen to his patients?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's a wonderful doctor. He is the most wonderful doctor I have ever seen in my entire life. And I'm 51 years old and I've been to a lot of doctors, been to a lot of chiropractors, and I just could not believe the difference in his treatment. Was just unbelievably different. And I love the Lord, and I know that He orders my steps, and I know that God sent me here. And so that's why I'm here, and I am in the best of hands that I've ever been in my entire life. I'm so much better already, it's unbelievable. And I'm just very grateful for Him and the way He's already turned around, and just this is the second visit. And I feel, I left here the first visit, and of course now I'm in no pain, but the first visit when I left here, I was in absolutely no pain. And one of the things he diagnosed me with was the fibromyalgia. Basically, his other thing that he wanted to mention was the leaky gut. Yeah, I was trying to think of the major things that he had listed on my form. I don't have it with me. But it was a leaky gut. I was deficient of magnesium, completely magnesium deficient, and just not well, was not well. But when I left here, I was so much better and in no pain whatsoever. So,
and after you left the office, did you stay pretty much stabilized and not in a lot of pain?
Absolutely. I had no pain in my neck. And one thing I do want to mention that I forgot to mention is I had my tailbone was injured back probably when I was in my 20s or so. I was skating. That's how long ago it's been. And then, it just seemed to kind of get better along the years. But I always had a dull ache. There was just a dull ache there. And like I say, I had been to many chiropractors. No one ever picked up on it. And last month, I had a fall and fell on my tailbone again. And one of the wonderful things about Dr. Gallo is that he knew what was wrong with me before I could even tell him what was wrong with me. He was telling me what was wrong with me. And that was impressive. And I stood up before he gave me my examination or, adjustment. And he said, Joy, he said, when did you hurt your tailbone? You've had a bad fall. And I'm like, how did you know that? But he knew it. And he's like, I'm just sorry this hadn't been addressed before, and you've been to many other chiropractors, but it had not, and I had just learned to live with the pain. And he fixed my tailbone, and I went home, I'm going, the ones that I could talk to, my tailbone doesn't hurt anymore. And I know that might seem insignificant to somebody, but not to me. I mean, that was one of the most major things. And then the fact that he told me, he looked at my mouth and he said, you're constipated. There were things that he knew that I did not have to tell him. So that says a lot in itself, and I'm grateful to be here.
If you could say one thing in closing about what people should do about when they're trying to decide to come see Dr. Gallo or not, what would that be?
What they should do?
Like, should they wait? Should they not wait?
They should not hesitate. Absolutely not. No. He is absolutely the best doctor I have seen in my life, and I mean that truly from the bottom of my heart. And I recommend anybody that's in any kind of pain to come and see him, and you'll be amazed.